it's been a while, but funny enough, this actually continues from the last part where we're actually going to be continuing off with one of the things that was brought out by Discovery Kids. So, for this episode of Do You Remember This, episode 11, we're going to be talking about the mascot of that character that somehow got his own show in the series, and it aired from Halloween 2013 to 2019. So, anyways, let's talk about Doki.
Daddy, show Doki, Discovery Kids!
Before we actually get to the show, we need to discuss who Doki is originally. So, let's go all the way back to the beginning. So anyways, all the way in 2005, that was when the Discovery Kids really made the mascot for him as for the Latin American community. So, and anyways, decided, and the ads were doing well, and people will enjoy the dog. So anyways, they decided to make a series by announcing in 2012 by a studio named Portfolio Entertainment, which all of this went from the first 2 seasons with Pip Animation Services, and then season 3, and then the studios decided to do it for themselves. But anyways, the show first premiered all the way back in 2013 on April 15th in Discovery Kids, but it also appeared on other countries, by the way, specifically the US and Canada in North America, which is in Cubo in the US and TVO Kids in the Canada side. So just to let you know. So anyways, during the show, it's mostly about, Doki, with his 5 friends, Moody, Otto, Annabella, Gabby, and Fico, trying to go around the world, that's pretty much it. And this all the way and went on until 2019, July 1st specifically, so, and it ran for 3 seasons with a lot of episodes, so that's surprising. Well, this one would be a little tricky to understand why it was forgotten nowadays, but I'm gonna try to explain it why I think it was forgotten nowadays, though. Funny enough, there were plans to do a 4th season in 2020 of the show, but it was canceled, so it never happens. But what I heard on Wikipedia, it said some of it is also in the company's Vimeo account, so okay. And then also the second reason and why it was forgotten. I want to keep this in mind. The show originated in North America, which is in the Latin American side, so, and also in the US and Canada side, because they also animated the show, so, and in the US is for the Cubo side, but everyone else worldwide probably has never heard of the show. So to be honest, anybody who has been not on those areas, have you ever heard of Doki at all? Like the show at all, the mascot, Discovery Kids at all? You probably realizing like nobody knows. It was only released in North America. It was only aired in North America, nowhere else. Just this area. Latin American countries, US and Canada. That's it. Nothing else. Which is why it was forgotten. And also because it was supposed to have a 4th season in 2020. Hey, guess what happened? Cancelled. So overall, that's why it was forgotten nowadays. Nobody knew about it on the other sides besides those areas, and it was just canceled before we had a 4th season planned. So yeah, that was pretty much why it was forgotten nowadays. Again, this is a weird one to describe, but I'll try to explain it, but hopefully not make a mistake last time. So anyways, for why Doki is remembered nowadays, it's mostly because of one thing. Anybody who grew up during Discovery Kids, the Latin American side, or saw it on Cubo will probably recognize it and just, well, I know that dog. Yeah, because the dog and friends usually go on adventures and they just do adventure stuff. Like, really, it's simplistic as that. But I don't know how the critical reception was on the series. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. Wikipedia doesn't even bring it up. So, yeah, anyways, yeah. So, overall, all I can say is there's really nothing much to say. It's just that people will recognize the mascot. Like, they'll probably recognize it from Cubo as a Cubo show, because that's what most of us would think of. Although the story is the one I remember, but we'll get to that in the last part. So, anyways, yeah, I really got nothing else to say. This is the reason why it wasn't remembered nowadays. It's just, it was the mascot, and people might remember it, and mostly it's simplistic and it has charm. As simple as that. Well, we now made it to the final part of this episode, and now it's time to answer the most important question of all. Do you remember Doki? And now it's time for story time, because this is what the whole show is about, by the way, how I remember it. So, here's the story. So, back in 2011, I did know Discovery Kids back then, the Smash version, so I didn't even know the show existed after, like, probably 2013 or 14. I actually didn't even know the show existed until 2016, because I got a small antenna I got out of swap meet, and that had Cubo in it, because I saw it, I was like, I need that, because just for Cubo alone. And then I remember seeing a bunch of nostalgic shows on that, but then I remembered one of the shows that aired was Doki. I was like, wait, Doki had a show? I never knew that. Yeah, that's how you know that's forgot nowadays. But yeah, and then afterwards I never forgot it, but thank God for the archives, because they have all the episodes there. So anyways, yeah, I really got nothing else to say, so that's pretty much it. So that's my story, and that's pretty much it for episode 11 of Do You Remember This? Yeah, I'm finally realizing that there's pretty much simplistic to do, and I can maybe just get them out fast. So anyways, I really got nothing else to say. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't dislike or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in episode 12, so probably the next couple of months. So bye.